Hi everyone, my name is Henry and I am a super senior. This is my 6th year here at Cornell. I did my undergraduate and then God led me to stay here to do my graduate work as well, and it's been a real pleasure to have grown up here at Cornell with many of the brothers and sisters here, to have had the pleasure of serving with them. I remember back in junior year attending the Light event that year and being really convicted to at least try to go on a summer missions project. And I knew that getting my parents' permission would be a huge challenge. My father is a very adamant non-Christian, and in many ways the more that I and myself and my mother became Christian, the more he opposed our faith. Our family's from China, and he felt that the Christian faith in many ways had hurt China, had been a source of shame, had been a symbol of Western imperialism. The idea that his son would walk as a missionary in his home country was deeply grieving to my dad. And he said to me, over my dead body, will you be a missionary in my homeland? And I knew that to have pushed this particular issue at the point would have dishonored him, would have really hurt him at a very deep level. I think would have not have pleased God at the time. So I decided to wait. So in the meantime, I honor my father, and I continue to do my studies. And in fact, one time, I remember he got so upset at my, at the fact that I was always reading the Bible, always wanted to go to church, that he tried to burn my Bible. He was trying to light it on fire in our back porch, and I was there, standing in the living room, just praying that it wouldn't burn, and it didn't burn, and that was amazing. But eventually, he got frustrated and put it through the shredder, and that did the job. It shredded. I mean, his opposition to my faith really helped me to lean on God, to trust in God, and I think God really met me in times when both my mom and I were going through that, in some sense, persecution, and really learned to see the fellowship, the Holy Spirit in that kind of suffering. Yeah, so in the year after, I continued to explore missions opportunities, and I attended Light again that year. And during that time, I'd been applying to grad schools and looking for jobs and things like this. And I think as that year progressed, I realized that my dad had seen that I was willing to honor him. He realized that I was also becoming an independent person, and that he eventually would have to let me do what I felt called to do. And so that summer, God opened up an opportunity for me to go to do a cultural exchange / missions project in China. And with my dad's, what I wouldn't say is blessing, but his begrudging approval. In fact, they even helped pay for the plane tickets. Sometimes the road to following God, whether it's to missions or to many other things, is not a short road. It's not an immediate. There's not always an immediate resolution. Sometimes you need to start early. Sometimes being able to follow God in a year and a half means you need to start following God now, and asking now, or willing to go through the struggle now, so that you can lay the foundation, so that you can go through the experiences where you can show your parents that you really do honor them, but that God is calling you to a place that they may not want you to go, but that you still need to go. So my encouragement for everyone here at Light is to really take in God's sense of calling the burden of the Holy Spirit, and begin to ask God, what are the practical steps you need to do now? If your parents will be a challenge to that, then start praying about that now. Even if they don't let you go this year, be willing to ask, be willing to go through that tension, that struggle, and be willing to wait expectantly for God to open the door there. And I think that's really what God and the Holy Spirit wants us to do, is really to have that missional mindset, to start thinking about, what can I do now to prepare myself to serve and walk in His path when God makes that call.